Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. If this video has found you, there's a message here for you, but please take what resonates and leave the rest. So in this video, I am going to discuss the 3 reasons why you should never do love spells. Now, take what resonates and leave the rest. I know that there are some practitioners that do this type of work, but if somebody does not want you, you don't need them. Why would you want to force somebody to be with you? That's a question you need to ask yourself when you make the decision to do a love spell because you want somebody to feel a certain way about you. So let's get into the reasons why I feel like people should not do love spells. The first reason is what I just talked about. It's a violation of somebody's free will. You are not in charge of anybody else's emotional state, emotional well-being. You cannot manipulate somebody in that type of way. There's a lot of karma connected to trying to manipulate somebody's energy and trying to violate their free will, so much so that their emotional energy is being shaped, so to speak, energetically to match yours. It's artificial. And you're going to have to keep up that work if you want that person to continue to feel that the way that they feel about you. And this could be romantic, platonic, familial, okay? The second reason is really should be the first reason, but the second reason is that God is love. So when you're doing love spells, and I think whether they're positive or negative, when you're trying to do love spells on somebody else, you're basically manipulating God's energy. That's how I see it. Whoever you could be trying to do that spell on might be protected, divinely protected. So you can't do any type of magic on that person. It's going to come back to you. And when we're talking about love spells, it could manifest as a backfire in the energy of obsession or psychosis even. For some, it makes people so emotionally unstable that they want to harm that person or unalive that person. I've also heard stories where if the love spell did in fact work, that this person becomes so emotionally attached, so codependent to the person that did the love spell on them, that they end up suffocating and stifling that person. Like they become this person's whole world. And I know for some narcissistic type of individuals, that sounds like a good time, but it's only going to make you dislike that person and probably cheat on them because they're so clingy. So it doesn't really work either way. Even if it works, it doesn't work, if that makes sense. So wrapping this up, do not do love spells on people. It is a waste of time and it's a waste of your energy because you're going to have to continue to do that work to keep that person feeling that way about you. And it's going to create karmic debt for you. And I also want to say that you have no idea what that person's path is. Maybe you two were together at some point and you learned your lessons, you evolved, and now it's time for you to go your separate ways. And you need to lovingly let that person go. Don't cling to situations out of fear. Don't cling to dead relationships. And like I just said, it could be that you were only supposed to be in this person's life for a short amount of time, or you weren't supposed to be in this person's life at all. You guys are not meant to be in a relationship of any kind. And so when you go in and try to manipulate that energy, it's not going to work long term because it's not a part of your blueprint. It's not a part of your soul mission. It's not somebody that is supposed to be on your path. So if you're feeling so emotionally attached to somebody to where you're considering manipulating their energy, that's a clear indication that you need to do some shadow work, that you need to heal your abandonment and rejection wounds, that you need to have more self-love, more confidence. And it also means that you are coveting this person. You're pretty much putting this person before yourself, before God even, because you feel like you have to have this person in your life. And that's, like I said, a point of learning, a point of shifting, if you can see it that way, as opposed to just giving into that emotional state and doing something that you might regret. So I hope this video was helpful for you. And like I said, these are just my spiritual opinions, but it makes sense to me. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I thank you so much for your donations. May they be returned to you 1,000-fold. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.